We're back. I think we're gonna have a special guest here today as well. We're gonna have some fun conversations later on. Let's see here. So we have the Gulag also coming in. All right, perfect, perfect. Should be a pretty slow day here today, hopefully. How do I know? I'm not sure. All right, so let's take a look here. And oh wow, we went up later on over here on gold. Okay, let's remove all the analysis on gold. Let's go towards the daily. Daily is, wow, daily did move all the way up over here. We filled the wick with the previous daily, filled the wick here with the current daily candle. With the 4 hour, we're also coming up to a rejection area. This is a very, very strong rejection area. You can see how yesterday we rejected after London Open, rejected again in New York, rejected this again in Asian session, rejected it in London. And now we're coming up towards New York, so we're not sure whether we're going to reject this area here or not. So this is where our rejection is at this point, right here. Right, very, very strong resistance here on the 1 hour time frame. So since we rejected on the 1 hour once, twice, thrice, 4 times, so I guess it's going to be a very strong area, 1788. So we'll need a candle to kind of like, you know, close above, I would say, close above probably something like this, and then we can anticipate the next one to continue bullish. That's something I'd be looking for here personally. Let's take a look on the 30-minute time frame. Yeah, 30-minute time frame also has that very, very strong resistance over here. So yeah, perfect. We got clean price action above 1788, 1787.50. At the same time, we also have this support forming here in the 30-minute, 15-minute time frame. It's like a minor support over here. Yeah, right here, 1785. Something that just caught my eye below this area. So 30-minute candle can kind of like, you know, close below these zones. Then I guess we can look for price to continue down. But we'd need price to close below 1785.50. That's the magic word. To close below to continue on bearish. When is the next market fluidity intake? Probably somewhere in December, by the end of December. All right, let's see here. When is Jeevan coming on? I'm not sure. Probably in an hour. Probably in an hour or so, something like that. Okay, let's take a look at pound yen here. So we moved bearish, pound yen, 4 hour time frame continued bearish. We're coming into a very strong rejection area on the 4 hour. 1 hour is also bearish. So it seems like 1 hour is rejecting 157 200-ish, right over here. We're rejecting this area. Let's take a look on the 30-minute time frame. Yeah, 30-minute time frame is creating a very, very solid support on pound yen. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see what's going on here, because at the same time we're also creating some sort of a resistance here as well on pound yen. This is very clear on the 15-minute and on the 30-minute time frame. So we're going to put a yellow imaginary line right here, 157 420 430. So if you measure this range, it's like a 22 24 pip range up towards 157 680. So yeah, we'll see. Right now we're in a non-tradable range right here. It's like a 23 24 pip range, so we'll have to wait. So this is probably something I'm going to call like a no trade zone right here, because if we can break below 157 160 150, then I guess we can continue down to fill this wick like 14 15 pips away with volume. So we'll have to kind of wait and see what happens here. But yeah, gold is also coming down, so I guess we'll have to wait for this candle to close. We got 5 minutes left for the 15-minute candle to close. So let's see how we close on gold. How much pips did you catch with the gold buy in the morning? Basically, that trade got closed at break even. I thought we're going to continue moving up, and it's going to be another monster day, but yeah, that trade got closed at break even. See right here. Look at this. This was the buy I had on gold. Yeah, somewhere over here, somewhere. It got closed at break even. Put stops at break even. I actually lost like 300 with commissions. Damn it. But Yeah, anticipated to go up, but you know, it came back down and stopped me out at almost break even. Okay, let's take a look at this chart over here by Osvaldo. This is gold. No trade zone, better sells below this area, makes sense. Makes sense. Better sells below this area, better buys above this area here, 1788. But yeah, makes sense. I'm just being very optimistic below 1785 for price to continue down. You know, we'll see. But you're correct, below 1781, you got better sells over here. It's going to be a longer wait over here though, so let's see. Let's take a look at Forex Factory here, by the way. We have unemployment claims later on. They're looking at a little bad numbers. 298 up to 293. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Let's take a look at the chart by James. James GJ. James Hardy. Sells below this area to continue down. 156, 700 better sells. Clean traffic here. Looks good. Zones look good. Everything else looks good. Can you explain where you put your alerts? I don't put my alerts. I had no alerts. For this gold buy, I had no alerts. Yeah. I basically had no alerts. So what happened was, basically, whenever we have London session is during afternoon time here for me, right? And I know there's volume there, so I'm looking at the charts at that point. So if we look at right over here, this is where the trade was taken. If I go to common, scale fix, expand it here a little bit. So I took the trade based on the 1 hour time frame where we made a high, took the buy over here for price to continue up to retest the high. So when price was down, I was waiting for support to be formed. And yeah, took the buy and got stopped out. And if I didn't have a stop loss, would have went all the way back down. Would have been a bad day, so fuck that. Yeah. I don't put alerts. I just look at the price whenever there's volume, you know, like pre-London, London Open, you know, sometimes you can catch some really good moves. So I was hoping for price to continue on pushing bullish, but it didn't, you know, what can we do? Do you know the 10x rule? Yeah, whatever you do, do it 10x. 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 What I want to check was IC Markets keeps advertising right over here. I want to check something. Let's see here. Media Kit. All right, so this is 160 by 600. 160 by 600. Oh, wow. 72,000. Oh, God damn, man. Jesus. Can you imagine? For 12 months spending 864,000. Ah, fuck, man. It's pretty fucking. That's way too much. So this ad 160 by 600 is 160 by 600. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much this is. 96 by 12 months. 72, 12, 12. Oh, I think each of these are that much. Damn. That's a lot. Jesus. Monthly subscription, Google Analytics users, 1.9 million users. Southeast Asia, 24.8. North America, 22.1. Yeah, that's fucking a lot, man. Oh, guide placement. Monthly spend, total spend, 83,000. Duration guaranteed, 12 months, 6 months, 3 months. 3 months over here. Wow. Jesus. That's real baller status over there. if you purchase market fluidity, it's not guaranteed you'll get in. It's not guaranteed you're going to get in, even if you get market fluidity. But if you don't get in, you're going to get the feedback. Because we do a check on whoever subscribes, and then based on that, they're allowed entries. Okay, so 15-minute candle has closed. We closed a weak bearish candle. Even if we're coming down now, here's the thing with impulse entries, right? The thing with impulse entries on impulse entries is that once this candle is breaking the low of the previous candle, it's coming into a rejection zone. This entire area is a rejection zone, right? And if we measure the range, this is like what, 9 pip range. You're a 9 pip range minus 2 pip spread, you got like a 7 pip range over here, right? This is a 9 pip range over here. So this is a rejection zone for the 15-minute time frame. So what you have to do, you have to wait for the 30-minute candle to close now below the support, and then say that, okay, 30-minute candle close below 1, 2, 3, 4 candles. So it makes sense for the next candle to continue pushing bearish. But for now, I mean, it's just, yeah, it's not a good trade at this point. Generally, how many times do you look at the charts for potential opportunities at these days you trade other than my session as well? To be honest, I'm doing very, very well without having any charts on, without having eyes on my trades for some reason, and I like it that way. I do take trades in a live sessions, but I think my psychology is much better when no one's watching. You have to be weeks in order to join. Yes. How many times did you backtest on soft Forex entries you take every day? 50 trades, 100. I think I backtest maybe. I used to backtest like twice a week. Now I just backtest maybe once in 2 weeks. Using God's name in vain is a sin. Oh, perfect. All right. Yeah. Let's see here. Trust me, God's going to be okay even if I do that. For the good things I do, only God can judge me. No one else can judge. And God knows I'm joking. I'm not using the name in vain. Jokes apart. All right. Man, why you guys got to get religious all of a sudden? All right, bullish daily, price ranging, okay. Forming low time frame resistance, executed once this area broke over. Oh, nice one, very, very nice. Price rejected support. Yeah, that was a very, very nice trade here. Price moved all the way back up, could have secured positions. Beautiful. All right, Magic Keys, best investment I ever made. Honestly, Magic Keys is actually the best investment I personally ever made. Keeping my losses small. Amazing. What's this? Got this win during London session. Would you say it's a good setup to take again? I think if you got a win, that's what you got to do, is you got to look to see how you can replicate that trade. So let's take a look at this chart. This is sent by Geotar. Oh yeah, I think this was an amazing trade over here. Price broke below those wicks and price continued down. Very nice. I'm noticing a 5 AM candle on gold always makes a clean move. What's your opinion on that? I think if you seen the 5 AM candle make a good move, try to see how you can execute on that candle. That's what I think. I haven't seen the 5 AM candle enough, but I do know it makes a good move because that's the start of the 4-hour candle. So if you can look to see how you can execute on it, or kind of like monetize that candle, then that's perfect. Sir, I'm in GJ sell side. What should I do? If you are in GJ sell, we don't know where you entered. We have no idea. And you need to create a plan why you entered the trade. Where's your stop loss? Where's your target? Probably cry if you're in drawdown. Crying would be a pretty good option at this point if you don't know what to do at this point. Yeah, I mean, it's very tough. All right, 15-minute. If we can close below this area, I think on the next candle, we can anticipate it to continue pushing bearish. Yep, 1783 could be a very, very good target. Just gotta wait 9 minutes for this candle to close. Yeah. Stay in drawdown. Don't close. Be a man. I actually sent him a request. That guy, Boston, be a man. I sent him a request for something. Let's see if he fulfills that. This is pound yen. Buys above 157.400. Yeah, I'm looking for buys above this area here as well. Better buys above here, but let's see if we can get something above this area. Did you place any trades yet? No. No trades have been placed yet. Oh, pound yen sell. Candle created new resistance. Engulfing candle sells. Oh, interesting. So you went in profit, price retraced. Yeah, so I guess we want some sort of a resistance created on a smaller time frame to justify that move down here and then a break below 157, 170. Yeah, I think that's going to be good. Okay. We got 8 minutes left. Wow, man, they're pretty expensive over here. 970 by 250. What's this ad? Monthly spend 8,000. 4,000. 8,000. Jesus. If someone wants to get me a birthday gift, get me this plan over here. 864,000. I'll give you signals for life. Come on, be a man. Damn, that's too much. All right. 7 minutes left. We are coming down over here. This is the only thing that's kind of like, you know, I don't like over here, this rejection. If we didn't have this wick, and if we only had this area, I would have taken sells right here for price to continue on pushing down if we didn't have this wick over here. But since we got that wick, I think it's better to wait over here. 50 trades enough for back test each before going demo for months with live money? Yes. Have you heard about Haywood Jablomi's new gold strategy? I don't know Haywood. All right. Yeah, I just gotta wait here now. What is weekly or monthly profit percentage? That's up to you. What you can do at that point. Is Jeevan and Ted coming? I have no idea. Are you not bothered about 1784.50? Yes, I am. That's why I did not take this trade. Just waiting over here. See, now it's breaking below this wick over here. So ideally, I'd be taking a sell here, but the stop is kind of wide over here. Plus, if you look on the 30-minute candle, it's about to close. So, oh wow, this is actually breaking further down over here. 1 hour is just also in a very tough area here. Is Capital Hungry coming today or tomorrow? Man, for the 4th time, yes. Just don't know the time. Jesus, since we started the stream, for the 4th time, yes. Gulag is going insane. Would you enter an impulse trade? No. Check the price on FX Street for advertising. Yeah, let's take a look at that over here too. We got what, 5 minutes left for the candle to close? Yeah, I think it's going to be good to wait for 5 minutes. If we can wait for the 5 minutes for the candle to close, we'll see if we can wick up and then continue on pushing down till 1782. Hey Raja, saludos desde Colombia. Oh, hola. All right. Do you fund accounts? I don't fund accounts. You can get a job and fund your own account. That's something you can do on your own. Funding accounts. Tomorrow is Friday. Who would have thought job funds account? Yeah, I mean, really, again, when is the market prop firm coming? You double your net worth in 2 days. That's actually not a bad idea. I mean, funding accounts, funding companies, they make pretty good money. I'll be honest. It's a very, very, very profitable business. I think it's even more profitable than running a brokerage. Because with the brokerage, you got to worry about deposits and payout fees and liquidity and all that bullshit. But running a funding company, that's really, really, really good money. Because think about it. You have 1,000 people that pay, let's say, $250 for an account. 250 times 1,000, right? You got $250,000 right there. Out of these 1,000 people, only I would say 100 people make money. 100 people make money. You can pay them out, maybe 100,000 if they get to that, and then the rest 150 is your profit. No problem. Go to PayPal and withdraw all that to your account. If you have partners, just go splits. And 250 is the smallest account you can get. This is a very, very profitable business. You get a bunch of influencers on, hey man, market it for us and you get a cut of that. It's very, very profitable. Funding talent made close to, I'd say, like 2.5 million, something like that. FTMO is well in millions at this point, well above 5 million. You put in you just extend the deadline from a month to 2 months, man, you're good. Very, very profitable. And dumbasses will keep on coming in with the anticipation that, oh, I might win this time. It's like a casino. 250 once, twice, thrice, 4 times, 5 times. Man, it's super, super profitable. It's like a machine just churning money, better than mentorship. So yeah, it's very, very profitable. Why a trader said, I won 25K daily, need to sell signals. Go to FTMO, they upload monthly trails and payouts. Yeah, that's true. But they don't post how many people sign up. It's very profitable. I'm just saying, you could make a killing on it. Yeah, so we got 2 minutes left over for the candle to close. So we'll see. All right. Why GJ has been so bullish? Will GJ correct this bullish move? GJ has been retracing right now on the 4. I do think we should be pushing bearish because we are at a very, very strong level. The last time pound yen was at this level was in 2016, right? Look at this to the left hand side. Last time we were here was at 2016. So this is a very, very, very strong level. So if you're looking for some sort of a very good selling opportunity, I'm personally looking for a very, very good selling opportunity at this point, and I'm not gonna miss it. I don't think we're gonna continue moving back above, let's say above 158, 200, because we've rejected this area back in 2016, almost like what, 4 or 5 years ago. And yeah, I think based on the weekly time frame, we are due for a correction. Look at the way we've moved, right? Last week straight bullish, week before bullish, so there's some sort of a correction's gonna happen. So I do think that this daily candle, if not this, the next one, Friday one, should break the low of the Wednesday daily candle and continue bearish. So we'll see. Just gotta look for confirmations over here. Would you be waiting for it to wick up first? Enter, breaks the low of the gold. On gold, let's take a look on the 1 hour time frame, 30-minute time frame, 15-minute time frame, 5-minute time frame. Yeah, I wanted to wick up. If we do break the low here, the range is like 17, 18 pips. Yeah, that would make sense if we can break the low at this point. will be anticipating, but the 4-hour is in a very, very, very strong consolidation area. That's the only thing that's kind of keeping me away, right? Look at this 4-hour block here. Very, very tough. Very tough over here. So yeah, I would have to be very cautious about taking any impulse decisions. So probably gonna wait here a little bit. I'm going to make a bucket of KFC tonight. Oh, you know what? I'm going to get that mighty zinger tonight. Mighty zinger. We have this mighty zinger in Pakistan. Man, it's amazing. They got these double patty burger. I removed the top bun because too many carbs. You know, who needs carbs? But yeah. Is there a way to quickly close MT5? Quickly close partials in MT5? No. There is no way. You can create your own hotkeys if you want, but the best way to do that is the virtual magic keys. Or you can get the handheld magic keys. You know what? If we're gonna launch a prop firm through Dominion Markets, I think it's gonna be. Yeah, I think it's going to be much. I think the timelines are going to be much bigger and much more realistic. All right, there we go. We're coming down over here. This trade is going to be a lower risk at this point because we're in a very, very strong 4-hour consolidation. Very strong 4-hour consolidation. Lower risk, let's say around 25 lots over here. Gotta break below a little bit more. Perfect music. This is the perfect music that we need. All right. Executed right here. Where is it? Right at this point, stops are above the current candle, anticipating price to continue down. You're breaking your own rule of not. That's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna manage risk. I'm gonna manage risk very well. So I'm very confident in managing risk. So the whole plan with any trade you take is to lose less than what you planned on losing, you know, and with that you can be very confident whenever you take trades. Spreads are very high and too much pairs are not in available Dominion Markets. Whoa, the Dominion Markets has a lot of pairs at this point. I'm happy to see you again after 1 month of non-trading. Welcome, Alex Minich. Oh, nice. We are coming down. Beautiful. That's what I like. Beautiful. Daily is coming down. I think I'm going to secure at around 10. Leave the rest running. Yeah, I think that's going to be a very good idea. Kind of secure at like 10 pips and then leave the rest running. See, now it's also good that it's moved this much, because if it comes back to the entry point, then basically I can manage risk, close 50%, and then leave the rest running, you know. So that way, even though, let's say if I'm risking, okay, realistically I'm risking around what, 2,500, and if I close 50%, if it comes back to my entry point, then instead of risking 2,500, I'm risking like 1,250, right? So managing risk that way. If the 15-minute candle closes bullish, then like, you know, I'm closing another 50%, So then instead of losing 1250, I'm losing 625, whatever that number is. I think it's actually 625. So, but you know, got to stay positive, got to stay optimistic. I mean, price action is doing what we expected it to do. All right, let's see here. You have no buns, burgers in KFC in Pakistan. Man, we do have buns on burgers in Pakistan. I just said just remove the top bun. Why is that a concern in a live stream? But then again, you can ask, why is KFC Mighty Zingers a concern in the live stream? I think you're selling a strong support. I think I'm selling in a very clean traffic here through the left-hand side. What currency is this? Joseline Makandi. I don't know what the hell you're looking at this point, but we can clearly see this is gold against the US dollar. Clearly we can see this right here, right? Clearly. It's very clear right here. Oh, wow. We have reached almost 10 pips right here. Securing right here. Look at this. Reached target at this point. So congrats, whoever executed on this. Very nice. Right? Right? Yeah. Beautiful trade. Still going over here. Amazing. 13, 14 pips right here for somebody. Yeah, I mean, amazing, right? We broke a little low, waited for strong confirmations, and strong confirmations came through. And yeah, actually made some dollars over here today. Made some dollars. I actually made around 2,000 here today. Not bad. Pretty good. Pretty wild. You know, this trade took how long? 11:02 till 11:02 till 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Some people made 200. Some people made $20. Some people secured profits, letting the rest run. You know, I mean, amazing. Very nice. Yeah, I'm out of this right now because we're coming into a rejection area here. Oh, what's this? Had the worst Monday and Tuesday. I managed risk today with 2 gold trades. I'm in profits already. Let's go. Oh, nice. Beautiful. Made $500 in 4 minutes at the gym. Sounds a good idea. A gym actually does sound a really good idea. Wow, look at that. Still running over here. Almost 20 pips right now. Came straight down. This is a baller status trade over here on gold. Very nice. What did pound yen do? Let's take a look at that. Pound yen is still consolidating. How can I get to Zoom? I'm really interested. Well, you can't right now. Will you re-enter if you break the 4-hour on gold? I think for me to re-enter a sell on gold, we'll need to break below 1781. If we can break below 1781, I think that's going to be the point where I can re-enter. But other than that, I think I'm done for the day here today. Yeah, done for the day here today. because man, it's awesome. First thing in the morning for some guys, you know, first thing for me in the evening, winning trades, amazing. Let's see here. Is impulse entry safest on market opens only? Impulse entries are safe whenever you see the opportunity, right? So this was a perfect example of an impulse entry. So you gotta take a look at this again when it was executed. When you take partials, does your stop loss move to entry or you move it to 10 pips? When I take partials, you gotta understand this one thing. Whenever you're securing partial profits, right? And if you're moving stops to entry after that, that means you're securing profits and then you're accepting a break-even outcome for the rest of the position, right? If you take partial profits off the table, and if you move your take profit, your stop loss in 10 pips, that means you're accepting price to activate that. So you're going to be jumped out of the trade. So you really got to make a mental plan on what you want to do with the position that you have left. Would you consider a second trade on gold if we break the rejections? Yeah, I mean, if you do break below this area, then yeah, that would make sense, below 1781. But other than that, we are coming into a consolidation area over here, so we'll need to break below this area here for price to continue bearish. So there's going to be a waiting involved at this point. From where prop firm give payout? Prop firms give the payout from the payments you make to them to get the demo accounts. All right, there we go. 30-minute candle is breaking above this area here. I think the best thing a prop firm can do can have MetaTrader 5. MetaTrader 5 is going to make things so easier for contestants, you have no idea. Whoever jumped from MetaTrader 4 to MetaTrader 5, you have seen a world of a difference between the two. All right, it's going to close in about 15 minutes over here. Gold is still pushing down. What's the difference between securing partials and just simply putting trailing stop loss? I think you really need to learn the English language for that. Securing partials means taking money off the table and putting it in your pocket, right? And then, I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, it's basic English. Which platform do you prefer? MT5. Anyone interested in the initial job loss claims announcements are just over an hour? Well, we all are interested in that. Why don't you want open prop firm? Because it's a lot of headache at this point. We'll see. Oh man, this is continuing over here, gold. Damn. Wow. Man, whoever's holding at this point, congratulations. This is just insane move happening on gold. Are you entered on pound yen? No. I'm waiting for the 30-minute candle to close on pound yen. Oh, Jesus. We are pushing down here now. Where can we go if we continue pushing down? I think we can continue down till 1778. Hurrah! Man, this should be around 30 pips at this point for some people. Should have went in with 50 lots instead of 25 and left 25 running, but oh well. Still pushing. Let's take a look at this chart here. This is, oh, buys above this area on the 1 hour time frame on pound yen. Nice. Yeah, beautiful. Just need a 30-minute candle to close, and then I think we can continue pushing up on pound yen here as well. We'll see. All right, what's this chart? This is not following my what? Trade not following my plan. Trade 2 following my plan. Closing day at break even, or wait for bearish run. Oh, nice. Very nice. You followed your plan and you won the trade. See? All his work. So this was resistance right here. All right, pound yen is also breaking this area to continue bullish. I think above 157.500, we should continue bullish. I'm going to wait for the 30-minute candle to close in pound yen. I'm going to be a little bit conservative here. I really need to work on trusting my analysis and setups. I keep closing early in profits, but at the same time, I'm grateful for earning. That's amazing. That's very good. Why is Uncle Ted always grumpy? Well, maybe all uncles are grumpy, right? So there you go. Who is the guest today? Today we're gonna have hopefully Jeevan come on, Capital Hungry, unless he's not sleeping, so we're gonna get him on. Please show us your setup of computer. My setup of computer is right here. Yeah. This is literally my setup. This is this one right here. 2 computers side by side with a keyboard and a mouse. This is exactly what my setup is. Right here. All right. Let's take a look at this. This is, what's this? Ugly mess. Stop trying to sell here. That's correct. Yeah, 30-minute candle needs to close above, close bullish. Next one has to. So pound yen, if you move up on the next 30-minute candle, can be the same trade that we had on gold, right? Gold, 30-minute, you can see 30-minute candle closed below this wick. Next one wicked up, and we continued on moving down, had clean traffic to the left. Now with pre-New York volume, I guess we're breaking below 1781. Amazing, beautiful if it happens, right? Pound yen, same idea. I'm personally going to wait for the 30-minute candle to close, and then the next one should wick down, break the high, and then continue on moving up. How do you choose the candle, whether to wait for the 15-minute candle or the 30-minute candle to close? I literally talked about this in the live stream when the 15-minute candle was breaking below this area. So go to the YouTube live stream and kind of like, you know, move back here a little bit, maybe in the first 5 minutes, and you're going to get that answer. It was well explained over there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, it was well explained there. I think that was, yeah, that was very, very well explained at that point. How are women in Pakistan? The same like they are everywhere. Exactly the same. Good to be back on the stream after a month break. Realigning my trading by jumping over to a demo month. Oh, nice, awesome, man. Shalin, instead of jumping onto the demo, I would say go open up a $100 account and dabble with that.
Thanks, Roger. Appreciate that, brother. Yeah, no, so I'm just moving over to a demo to practice some new techniques, and obviously follow Jeev as well. But it's been very good practice, really, and I've already got a real account, but I'm just putting that on hold for now.
Oh, nice.
Until I get my technique right. Yeah, but thank you, man. Thanks for shouting out.
Yeah, man, no worries. But also, if you've back from a month break, I think you've also moved away from the emotions that come with managing real money, right? So that's why I said go with a live $50 account or a $100 account.
Sure.
That's going to be way better. Yeah, yeah.
I really appreciate that, brother. Thank you. And I'll definitely do that. Thank you.
Awesome, man. You're welcome. Why do you wait for the candle close, and when do you execute without waiting? So right now I'm waiting for the 30-minute candle to close. If we can close with the wick, that's going to be amazing. And with the next 30-minute candle wicking below and moving up, that's going to be the best way to enter. Women in Pakistan respect men. Women respect men everywhere. You just don't have to be a sissy, you know. If you're, I mean, come on. You got to be a manly man to get respect. That's how it is wherever you go. So it's not about, you know, like, I think Jeevan can answer that much more, much better. He's done a lot of videos on that. how the masculinity is dying in the world, how they're promoting things which are less masculine. Yeah. Anyway, that's a whole other topic. Hello from Jamaica, Wagwan. Wagwan, my brother. Why are people asking these questions? I'm not sure. Yeah, we got 9 minutes left over here. I've noticed on your MetaTrader you have displays which show how much you have risked. Could you explain how to get this? So those displays are a part of Magic Keys. Yeah. And the link is in the description in YouTube. Those displays are a part of Magic Keys. Trying to do a withdrawal over here, but it's not going through. Come on, man. Shit. How much time we got left? We got like 8 minutes left and still pushing. Still pushing. Didn't take it on the 15 minute because the smaller, yeah, 20 pip range here. Jesus and Yenny, new here from Orlando. Oh, I think I saw your email. Took your account numbers and wired us all 10,000. 10,000. Yeah, I think we're going to do a challenge where we're going to give away a $10,000 account on Dominion Markets somewhere in December. Yeah, somewhere in December. Let's see here. I've learned a lot on this platform. I appreciate the discipline and patience. I'm sure you have changed many lives. This is the first time I've taken time to chat. Oh, nice. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. All right, we got 7 minutes left here for the candle to close. Looks like gold is also rejecting this area. Congratulations, whoever took sells down over here. You just played yourself on gold. Well done. So yeah, just gonna wait over here now. Hey, just want to thank you for the strategy. It took a while to figure out the setup. I'm seeing consistency, still not profitable, but not losing anymore. Oh, nice, Maninder. That's very good to know. Do you think it's possible to become profitable without backtesting? No. No, it's not. Your setups entries work on all pairs since it's straight price action. No, there's no way to backtest all pairs. There's no way to backtest all pairs. No way. Oh, Mr. Banu received their magic keys here today. Wow, man, this is really pushing up over here. 1 hour also broke above this area. Yeah, I'm trying to see how this could have been a good trade based on the 1 hour time frame. I think the way it would have been a good trade was maybe when this candle broke the low and rejected all the way back up, and when this 1 hour candle broke the high of the previous 1 hour candle. I think that could have been a pretty good impulse entry for price to move up, right? Yeah, that's something I can look at that now in hindsight. And that was my entry on the 1 hour. Oh, nice. Yeah, that would have been a very good entry. So this is how you kind of like, you know, look at missed trades and talk to yourself that, okay, where could you have entered, and then use this the next time it happens. I think also on the 30-minute we had sort of like a fake out, but pretty good. Let's see here. All right, there we go. How do we do this? All right, 4 minutes left over here. We are making that wick up. At this point, can we take a buy based on the range? Stop loss on the last wick candle on pound yen. Talking about pound yen or oh, gold. Can we take a buy? Yeah, I don't know if you can take a buy. I mean, I wouldn't take a buy. Nah, I would not take a buy. If you can get a candle closing bullish, that would make sense, but I wouldn't take a buy when the candle is bearish. That's a big no, 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 no. All right. Oh, damn, we are moving down here as we're coming close to 7:30. 7:30 a.m. Eastern. We're about to close in about 3 minutes here. Let's see. Yeah, taking a buy on gold is... I would never... That basically goes against all the fundamental principles of a candle. You know, if the 30 minutes bearish, 1 hour is bearish, 4 hours bearish, fuck me. Daily is also bearish now. No. Yeah. Oh, damn! This thing is dropping!
Oh, shit, man.
This thing is dropping! 1778 coming in. Wow. What a move over here. Wow, 1778 coming.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Damn, son. I guess. Yeah. This is actually expected once we broke below these lows over here. So now you can look at this and say, well, you know, like pre-New York volume came straight in. This is where runners just continued running. Wow, this would be like a 50 pip move at this point. There's some guys in the gulag still holding over here. 50 pips, 30 pips, 45 pips. Yeah, gold paying well. Pound yen about to close in about a minute. Yeah, so you can see it was a beautiful entry over here and let the volume do the rest. Hope someone in the gulag took a buy on gold. I think someone is already in a buy. You know, there's always that one person in a buy at this point, but yeah, it was amazing. Amazing move coming straight down to 1778. After we break 1778, who knows, man? We got these wicks over here. We got this rejection here, 1774. I mean, wow. This is the day of reckoning where gold wrecks all the way down over here. 1777. Wow, look at that. 5-minute time frame on gold, straight shooting down. This was a 5-minute candle right here. I think could have taken this on the 5-minute as well. 14 pip stop and like a 20 pip gain. Clean candle through left inside. Damn, missed it. Missed that re-entry. Yeah, this is the start of the new 30-minute candle now. And yeah, if someone's I don't know. Taking a sell at this point can get kinda tricky. Kinda tricky. 30-minute candle is also closed. Let's see how big this range is now at this point. It's like a 17 pip range coming all the way down. Yeah, gold is way, way, way better than pound yen. I took gold sells and GJ buys done for the day. Thanks a lot. Oh, nice. M Piano World. Beautiful. Very nicely done. Yeah, I guess if we can break these lows, we can continue pushing down. I don't want to excite somebody, but you know that with gold, anything can happen, and with the proper volume and volatility in the market, that's you know, that could happen. But this was the proper move, coming straight up over here after we broke below the support. Look, this retracement didn't even come all the way into that entry at that point. Taking proper trades this week, up 3% so far. Oh, beautiful. 3%. Very, very nice. Capital Hungary is here. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Gulag. Hopefully we can see him here today.
Hello, how are you?
Good, man. How are you?
Good, just woke up. Good morning.
Nice, nice. Yeah, we took some gold sells over here this morning.
Oh, really? Very nice.
Yeah.
I'm looking at some further GJ buys. Still pretty bullish on the higher time frame still, but just gonna wait for a New York open.
Yeah, I think clean sells are going to be above 157,700 going all the way back to 158. Oh, sorry, buys. You could get that. But these gold sells were like wild stallion, man. There was just no stopping gold.
Yeah, that was nice. That was just a few minutes ago, eh?
Yeah, yeah. We took it just as the 7 a.m. candle started. It wicked up, broke the low, and boom, entered sells.
Yeah, after having so many rejections at those highs too, right? Same spot.
Exactly. Hey, you know what? Honestly, with pound yen, just by looking at the daily and the weekly, we haven't reached this level since 2016. So I was more on the cusp of, okay, can this retracement on the 1 hour can be a liquidity to continue dropping down and have that high time frame rejection?
For me, I'm still watching the make or break area for any sells at 157 flat.
Oh.
Just because the way GJ behaves, especially when we're in bullish market structure, we always have these very strong upside moves, and then when these new highs are printed, like we had here, for example, at 158.2, you can see we have some like profit taking by buyers. They exit the market. Then you see sell orders jump in hand to relieve them out of the market, and it drives price down to a better demanded price point to collect more buy orders. So for me, I'm watching that make or break area at around 157. So as long as we remain above 157, I'm not expecting any personal deeper pullback, because overall, like Japanese yen by itself is still very bearish. And then like when I look at other like fundamental confirms, just a couple of weeks, like one of the reasons fundamentally why no, don't look at the currency strength meter, bro. Look at the Japanese yen index.
No, that was just a joke. That was a joke, right?
Just go to the chart and go to JXY. Okay, if you want to look at Japanese yen movement.
All right, hold on.
Yeah.
JXY. Japanese yen.
Yeah, put it to a line chart.
Oh.
Line just so like yeah, Japanese yen by itself, very bearish market structure as a safe haven currency overall. You know what I mean? So individually, like for example, like if you want to look at the US dollar movement individually, you'll look at like the dollar index, DXY. But for Japanese yen, I look at the Japanese yen index, JXY. And obviously this is on the daily chart, weekly chart, but even if you go to like the 4 hour time frame, you see very strong bearish market structure, like continued drops, minor little pullbacks, and continuations down. And it's like the inverse of GJ movement, right? So you can see we're just having a little bit of ranging at the highs right now. But just because we had a pullback from the highs, I just see it as setting up potential better buys still. You know what I mean?
So
I'm only, yeah.
no, so why do you think this happened? Why did yen get so bearish all of a sudden?
So it's two things on why yen has been so bearish, and over the last 2 weeks, why GJ has been so bullish. So number one, GJ hasn't broken 149 price point on the weekly time frame. If you look at GBP JPY, it hasn't broken there. If you scroll up and look at we'll see 149 there, 150. We haven't broken there since 2021 April, 2021 March, right? So we had a very, very strong demand zone there with a lot of buy orders waiting to be collected there. And the new quarterly period, the monthly open of October, spiked down to there and collected more buy orders, right? And then started flipping bullish. Fundamentally, one of the main reasons it started flipping bullish is about a week and a half ago on the weekend, a Bank of England representative, like Bank of England Governor Bailey, was talking about interest rate hikes in the near future. So because he, who's from the central Bank of England, just started talking about interest rate hikes over the weekend, investors already started pricing in the upside on GBP, and the Japanese yen is a safe haven currency. So during this time when the stock markets have been so bullish, you see an outflow of liquidity on the Japanese yen and an inflow into the actual like British pound, euro, stock markets, and so forth. You know what I mean? So it was mainly because Japanese yen's been so weak because there hasn't been any demand for investors to invest in the Japanese yen because all the demand is in the stock markets. Everybody's been pooling money into the stock markets in various regions for the last year and a half, right? So a safe haven currency like the Japanese yen, when markets are very optimistic, has been very bearish for the time being. And then over the last week, we've had the Bank of England talk about interest rate hikes. So that fundamental catalyst has been getting priced in by investors. So when you look at GJ on the intraday timeframes, like the 4-hour chart, all you've had is like upside pushes, pullbacks to demand zones, continuations up, little consolidation zones, and then breaks to the upside. That's it. So that's why 157 on the intraday timeframes is like a very strong demand zone I have, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm watching that. I would personally sell below there, but that's just me. Like that's just what I'm personally waiting for sales. Otherwise, anything like pullbacks to 157, holding 157.2, or even breaking back above 157.5, I'm still going to be looking for like GJ buys.
Okay, so basically this whole bull run was just on the that announcement that they'd be looking for interest rate hikes for the pound.
Yeah, and just when the central bank speaker or like he's a leader of the Bank of England, right?
Yeah,
Governor Bailey, him talking about rate hikes to come in the near future, and investors already start to move ahead, right? And then you had this strong GBP bull run over the last week and a half.
Yeah, that was some bull run on pound, man. I've been taking profits on buys on pound, but I just couldn't figure out that when that happened. I guess I missed that news, but yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's fun stuff.
Who is speaking? Capital Hungry, this guy right over here. So I'm going to go to his YouTube. He's got some pretty sick YouTube over here. Oh, no. Capital Hungry. Yeah, right here. So this is a guy who talks about masculinity a lot, how the masculinity is being taken away from the society and stuff like that. So he's done a lot of analysis, a lot of great content he has.
I even organized it because you know how there's so many videos. If you go to the top a little bit and go to the playlist, I made some like simple playlists.
Oh, nice. Oh, self-development, societal rants, social discussions. Educational. Oh, nice. Wish I was disorganized. All right, what's this chart over here? Yen futures coming down to support. A, B, C, D. So I think D is going to be up, and that's going to make pound go down. I don't know. Let's see. Why does GA go down and pound yen go up for this month if it's news?
So just two completely different currency pairs, right? When I look at currencies, GBP, CAD, Euro, NZD, AUD, they're all part of what I like to call a basket of your risk currencies. And then you have your safe haven currencies, which is primarily known as the Japanese yen, Swiss franc, US dollar, right? Whenever you're trading a risk asset against a safe haven asset, it moves a lot differently. So GBP against the Australian dollar is a whole different situation, where from an economic standpoint, AUD has had a lot more economic activity compared to GBP coming out of lockdown, and especially with China's economic consumption. One of the main fundamental catalysts to look at for AUD is their trade ties to China. And China has been coming out, and China's been out of the pandemic. I don't know if can you say that word? China's been out of that whole situation for like a year and a half, like silently behind the scenes, been working like crazy in terms of industrial production, consuming oil through the roof, consuming metals like aluminum and other metals from Australia through the roof. So Australia's exports in terms of industrial side to China has been through the roof. So AUD has had, when you're looking in comparison fundamentally compared to GBP, has been holding more strength. But when you're looking at GBP, a risk currency compared to a safe haven currency like the Japanese yen movement is primarily based on its properties as a safe haven currency. A safe haven is only very strong and favorable when you have uncertainty, doubt, or fear in the market. So that's why when you initially had the pandemic fear, March 2020, you can see GJ crashed during that period and went all the way down to 120s and those price points as well, right? So overall, they have completely different fundamental impacting factors and the way they behave as well. So the Japanese yen, through investor transaction, behaves as a safe haven. When markets are extremely optimistic and all the central banks are pumping the stock markets and all the demand is going into the stock markets, you're going to see an outflow of liquidity into the Japanese yen, right? So it just behaves completely different.
China is screwed. Research Evergrande.
The Evergrande housing situation is like, it's something in the news, but it's not something that's gonna screw China.
Yeah.
Like it's something like, like a big like impact on the housing market, but China's strong, man.
One company is not going to screw the whole country, you know.
Yeah, they can fix that situation very easily. Yeah, I can answer any questions like if you guys ask me, but I'm just gonna be muted until I get asked anything, you know.
Awesome.
Even since you follow the higher time frame trend, you often add multiple positions. No, I like to I don't just trade off the higher time frame. I just like to understand where the higher time frame is sitting as I go down the time frames. But I primarily will be looking for more intraday style trades, for example. Like I'm already done trading for the week, but I've just been riding the GJ buys, like just pull back, retest demand zone buys, breakout of consolidation zone buys, as long as the fundamentals don't change. So I've just been sticking to the buyer bias for the last quarter, you know.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Oh, yeah, so I just testing something. All right. Will gold make another round over here with NY open below 1777.40? All the way down to 70.75.
Yeah, you know what I'm interested about to seeing on gold today is like at 8:30 we have the U.S. initial jobless claims, and what I was really interested in is I don't know if you guys have been following along, but even in the U.S., like in America, they started adding like a vaccine mandate. So I don't know if it's just been overblown in the news and on media. Apparently there's been lots of resignations. A lot of people either quitting their job because they don't want to get the vaccine, or if you could say that word here, or they get fired because their employer says, hey, you're not following our mandate, we have to let you go, right? So I want to see if this is actually impacting the jobs numbers. So I'm going to identify that with at 8:30 a.m. Eastern, we have the jobless claims. If that jobless claims is showing us an increase, that means there's more unemployed people filing jobless claims and looking for financial support. That is going to be bad, with the potential that gold can have a bounce again. But if that is all just media noise and the vaccine mandate isn't really having a major impact on employment, then jobless claims should still be very good. Jobless claims should still be back to pre-pandemic levels, and that would still bring further downside on gold. So I'm trying to see, because besides the vaccine mandate coming from the federal government in the US, there really hasn't been anything to impact economic data rebound. You know what I mean? Like the only thing that was impacting economic data rebound, like the job sector or manufacturing, was lockdowns. But once countries came out of lockdowns, what did you really have that was impacting the economy? Nothing, right? Everything else has just been media noise. Oh, this X, Y, Z. So until now, where they really brought the whole vaccine mandate thing. So if they start to enforce that, and there's a good percentage of people that lose their job, they get fired, or they have to resign, then that is going to impact the labor. That is going to impact labor market data in the US. For example, unemployment rate will increase, jobless claims will go up, non-farm payroll might be poor because of that real world impact of people not wanting to get the vaccine and then getting let go from their job. So I want to see the impact of that when we're looking at the reports today. But
yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting. I've seen that as well. But yeah, everyone should go and get it. Keep the society, your community, and your family safe. Yes, we gotta say that now once a day so that YouTube doesn't delete my channel. They deleted the channel for about 12 hours. And I was like, what?
Yeah, but we aren't talking anything bad. We love it. We support it.
Yes.
We are just talking about economic data. That's all.
That's all.
For anybody listening. we're just talking about jobs data if it gets impacted by this.
The wolf on Forex Street. And Daniel Savage in 2 cells. LOL. Oh, sells on pound yen? Yeah. That's okay. I'm learning to trade so that I will not have to be forced to be to work for a company. Oh, nice. Oh, wow. We're breaking above this area now in pound yen to continue bullish right here. Would you have taken that buy on GJ based on 15-minute time frame? No, I would not have taken a buy here. No, I wouldn't have. My bias is sells. I'm only going to look for sells only based on, you know, the high time frame. We're at a very, very strong rejection area here. So if I get those sells below 157, 100, 157 even, I'm going to go in that. But if it continues up, it continues up. You know, buys maybe about 157, 700. Yeah, let's see. We got NY Open coming in about 9 minutes as well. Why is the US dollar equivalent to JXY?
What?
It's
It's
not.
If you want to look at US dollar movement by itself, just look at the dollar index, the DXY.
DXY. Do you recommend FTMO for a consistent profitable trader gaining 1% per day? Yeah. If you're consistent, yeah. Why not? Go ahead. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Listen, anything that makes you guys happy, listen, full support.
Yeah, do it. 100%. I've stopped arguing with people on that now. You know, they tell me they like something, they're going to do it. I'm like, perfect. Get it done. Oh man, this didn't work. I'm like, awesome, learned a lesson. And then they come back, oh man, I did it again. Awesome. Which country is Jeevan Capital Hungry from? Canada.
This guy was gonna say something.
I was about to say
something else.
I was about to say, yeah, I was going to say India. And I'm like, Canada.
This guy was say he lives with Morty or something.
Can you blow me a kiss? No, we'll probably hide you from this channel now. All right, I'm looking for potential shorts around 157.500. I think it's going to be better to what? No, I think it's better to look for shorts below this area right down over here, or even below 157, but not around here.
No, don't come to Canada. Canada's very bad. A lot of rules and restrictions. Why I'm not live? Like, why my YouTube not live anymore? It's still there. When will there be a part 2 for Daniel No Hairline Savage? I'm a changed man. I'm not a roaster anymore. I'm a mature, nice guy now. I just like to share value and information. Before, when I was young, a roaster, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we got
character development.
As compared to India as a trader, won't Canada be better? It depends on what your goals are.
Honestly, depends what tax bracket you're in, of how much of the difference.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, you know, like I've been in Pakistan for about 3 months now, and 70% of the population pays no taxes, right? Pay no taxes. So when you go to the hospital, you gotta pay first, and then they talk to you. Right?
That's true. That's true.
Some roads are trash, no insurance. Yeah, but what?
But you walk into the gym like a free man.
Yeah, that's true.
And imagine if you came back here every time more checks than the airport security to go do a workout. Bro, I have to go to my gym, right? First, scan to enter. Okay. Then I scan a QR code and answer a 10 questionnaire survey. Have you been around people with COVID? Are you vaccinated? Then after you answer that question survey, then you enter the gym, you show the front desk your license.
What?
Then you show them your vaccine passport. Then you show them that you successfully passed the survey. Then you go work out.
Wow.
Yes, yeah, it is. Seriously.
What? I thought you guys were joking there in the chat the other day.
No, man. Ask any of these guys. Canada.
Once again, this is no negative talk against COVID. We're just talking about the process.
Yeah. I don't mind it.
Wow, that's insane.
No,
man, that's like a headache, man. Just trying to get a workout in.
And that's all just to go work out. But you know what the twisted part is? And hey, we have no judgment. That's the amount of checks to go to the gym, but I could walk into the liquor store without a single check, not even checking my ID. and buy 20 bottles if I wanted to and walk out. So there's the only issue I've had is there's no consistency. It's all been pick and choose that benefits certain parties, and then that puts down other parties. But we're not here to
judge
those details. Yeah, we're not here to judge.
Yeah, honestly, your channel is something that should get deleted and not mine. You posted more trash on that than I just talked about it.
If you go to the playlist, the South Development one, and you scroll down to some of the older videos where I was still an angry guy, very angry me. In some of the videos, like when you scroll on the side, it's called like pandemic rant, or society is brainwashed, like stuff like.
Yeah, I've seen those.
I'm surprised like those haven't gotten taken down. But you know which video did get taken down temporarily?
Yeah.
Was the Daniel Savage one.
Oh, what?
Yeah, that video got taken down for like a month for like so many copyright strikes by like their team, and then it came back again.
Wow,
They probably sent the army over to you.
You can see how Jeevan is a trader. He has all the time in the world. He's responding to every comment over here.
Yeah,
Each and every comment.
Bro, man, we trade at either London or New York, make our money, then let's say after the gym, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. What else am I supposed to do? All right, we got 3 minutes for the NY Open.
Yeah, right. Would you be looking for buys above 157.67, which is like the structural 1 hour top?
Yeah, above 157,700.
Exactly, yeah, like when it breaks, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to wait for the candle to close above. Kervin's long lost cousin. Whenever you speak, everyone's
I thought that was Kerwin. I was about to say, yo, Kerwin, what's up? But then I heard something different in the last bit of the voice. I was like, that's not Kerwin.
Kerwin 1.0.
Even it came in the same way, Raja. So anyway, like we
Yeah, we just need a healthy pullback.
Is that what Kerwin? That's Kerwin, right?
Nah, that's not him, man.
Oh my god. Wow.
He should call Kervin and say, hey, Kervin.
Joel, where you from?
Yeah, Dominican. I speak with Kerwin all the time. Maybe that's why.
All right.
I want to speak like Kerwin.
Yeah, I think you lack the necessary vocal equipment to do that.
Yeah, you more got the school shooter voice.
School shooter.
Oh, man, this is definitely getting removed.
Yo, I'm not gonna let this upload it.
This is definitely gonna get removed. Don't upload this one, Roger.
Oh gosh, I should not have gotten involved.
All right.
When Jeevan comes on, you can't post this to your YouTube.
All right. Gold sells or pound yen buys. Okay.
Probably just wait for like a little pullback now at New York, and then if it breaks those hourly highs that you're looking at, it looks pretty smooth, right? Or you're waiting for the sells below where? 157.115?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, retracement rejection.
For anybody who's looking for further gold sales, Raja called some great ones, but I would wait just because we have the US economic data at 30 minutes after New York Open, and it's two reports at the same time. You have the Philadelphia Federal Manufacturing Index, which has been really good, and you also have the jobless claim. So if we see that those reports are both good, and then gold's just going to melt and continue to drop down into 1772 and potentially even deeper. But if those reports are off because of the vaccine mandate issue, impact on economic activity, then we could see gold pop back above 1781 again. So I would just wait 30 minutes for any further gold trades.
All right. On pound yen, I'd want to see a little bit of a liquidity grab before we break above this previous hourly high. Yeah, kind of wick down, make that nice tail, break the high, and move on up. Okay, I'm a huge fan of XXX Tenacion. Well, okay. It's been a few years since I've been on this live. Glad to see you fellows still streaming. Nice. Welcome. Can you tell us how you manage your position? I give it a little pat on the back and I tell him good job if it goes my way. All
Thank
right.
you, Asher. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Let's see here. Oh, gold is coming down. Did I miss it?
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think we should continue to 1775 on gold.
Wow.
Pump too quick below this low. Should continue its way till 1775. Will you take buys for liquidity grab is 10 to 15 pips on GJ? No. No, 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 no. We need to break above this high over here. Waleed is a abusive moderator. Alright. Wow, straight rejection. This is the problem right here to the left hand side. These rejections, we can reject from here as well. I guess the only thing to wait for is above this high for price to continue. Yeah, gold went back. Got to wait for the news at this point. Long ago, there were days when I would take a trade and it'll be a losing trade, and then I would just full margin that same trade again and just say, okay, it's gonna go, and it wouldn't go, and then I would just go in a very bad drawdown. Now those days are gone, and someone else is going through those days. The no fucks given days.
Yeah, me.
You just full margin, you're like, all right, it's gonna go my way now. What are all beautiful ways you can suggest to make 1,000 to 10,000 ASAP? Maybe close this live stream and never come back over here again. Or maybe go to your local casino, flip some cocaine, whatever you want to do, but it's not gonna happen over here, man. Yeah, gotta break above this area here. When do you wait for candle to close? When do you execute without waiting? So if this candle breaks the high of the previous candle, that's going to be an example of not waiting for the candle and executing as we break above that area. Why do you like to see a wick up and close after the break, and also a wick below the next candle then moving up? This is on a bullish trade. Yeah, so I want to see a liquidity grab. This move down, if we break above the high, so this move down would be a liquidity grab. It's absolutely necessary to wait for that.
Yeah, it's looking like it's gonna flip soon. But we'll see.
Yeah, if it does, I'm gonna go in.
Would you look for market execution or buy stop, sell stop? It depends. It depends what style of trade you like to play. I've been using some buy limit orders and stuff like that, just testing them as especially on GJ, as we've been so bullish. But the majority of the time, I like to enter manually for trades. But
am I worried about these two levels? No, just this clean candle to the left hand side. Mumbai boot camp, we need it. Nah, I don't think it's gonna happen. We'll see. Even if I host a boot camp in India, they will email and say, hey, are Indians allowed to go to this boot camp? Just like they email us, like every day we get at least 2 emails from India. Hey, can Indians trade over here? Can Indians join market fluidity? I mean, I don't know what you guys think we have against you, but man, you guys don't. Is better to manage risk on candle breaking previous candles to opposite direction or wait for those candles in lower time frames? I'm just waiting for this on a 30-minute time frame. That's it.
Raja and Jeev, here in India, they just scam your income, and as a trader, they won't be better. What do you? They take your whole income. Modi goes door to door.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम राजा भाई.
वालेकुम सलाम अमजद भाई.
कैसे हैं सर आप?
Good. आप कैसे हैं?
Sir, I'm good. Sir, alhamdulillah. Sir, basically, I want to talk Jeevan, and I would thank him for his videos. You know, motivational weekly videos, man. They are just awesome.
Oh wow, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that.
Man, I'm your huge fan. You know, your video of growth versus feeling was just mesmerizing. It has changed, not completely, but changed my life somehow.
Wow, man, that's awesome, man. That gives me more motivation to make them more often. Thank you.
Which one was that?
Growth versus feeling. Growth versus feeling.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. That growth versus feeling video, that was really good. Really enjoyed that.
I literally took down everything that Jeev has said, man. I've literally took down everything. I've noted down and I read it daily. Like
some of the stuff people just don't want to hear because it may make them uncomfortable. You know what I mean? So people don't like to feel uncomfortable and they don't like to feel challenged. But without putting your mind or body through healthy stress and tension, you can't grow, right? So
yes, sir. Totally agreed, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, nice. This one.
Yes, sir.
It's an hour long. Holy, an hour long rant.
Yeah, I have watched it on weekend.
They instead naturally succumb to go back to those short-term
random part.
identify the destructive routine to be able to replace the destructive.
Yeah, man, this guy is it's pretty good content here, Jeevan. Haven't seen it, but I've seen some clips of some videos. It's just unreal. G-lever.
That's because our motivation to each other is just like very simple. Like, hey, Pancho, go to the gym. Right? Yeah, that's it. Then we're done. We don't need like some people need a full video. You know what I mean? To give them like, whoa, why should I do these things? For us, it's like, yo, go to the gym, bro. What are you doing? What are you slacking?
Yeah, exactly. You're getting chubby. What are you doing?
Oh, you gotta let them know that they gotta work out.
Yeah,
I don't know about the others, but Rajabhai, you are our technical guru and Jeevan is our, psychological guru.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
No problem.
Error 4756 with magic keys. How can I solve it? I wish I knew what the 4576 error was. I think the best thing to do is to email magic keys and you're going to get your answer. Error 4756. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that flip at on GJ, that flip would look like great, but the problem I see is the news. You see the news sometimes on GJ, spreads are gonna be wider, and sometimes GJ does a little bit of a liquidity grab when there's news. I've noticed before it continues. So that's the only kind of thing that I'm not in favor for that flip.
Yeah. The reason for that is if you didn't know is because what I was talking about before, it's the investor behavior impact on the Japanese yen. So if you guys ever notice, like during New York trading session. Like the best example is like sometimes during a non-farm payroll report that everybody will be looking at gold and the NFP report will come out, but it'll have an impact on GJ too. And people are like, what the hell? I'm trading GBP. Why did my GBP trade get impacted by the US economic data? It's because of the impact that all economic data will have on market sentiment bias on the Japanese yen. So what I mean by that is if US data comes out and it's very good through the New York session, it can have an impact on weakening the Japanese yen as a safe haven currency and vice versa. If economic data is extremely bad and showing like worse conditions, then you'll actually see a bit of increase in Japanese yen strength standalone and GJ goes down a bit, for example, right? So that's just one of the reasons that sometimes during the New York session, you'll have like an economic report release or news release, you guys like to call it, and it'll be impacting US economy and US dollar, but it impacts Japanese yen and other safe havens accordingly due to market sentiment and investor behavior, right? So.
Man, thank you. I didn't know that, man. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Bro, you sound just like Kerwin. That's crazy.
Yeah, what I've noticed with GJ is because I'm just a chartist, I just look at charts. So I just take notice of what happens with a pair based on what news, and that's it very much.
Yeah, sometimes like you see the news, for example, like on GJ cause a little bit of a pullback in liquidity grab, but then you still continue bullish respecting the overall technical trend you observe, right? That's just usually the reason behind why it happens.
Hey, you think all these construction companies, these huge mega corporations, they're all one giant Ponzi schemes?
Look, honestly,
Like,
that's what it seems like. They
like-
all like lie about their numbers, they lie about their debts, about how much money they're making, and then they keep getting more investors to pool into them. They take the money from those investors to pay old investors. Like it just really is like that.
It's one huge Ponzi schemes because when this news came out, it was like, okay, they couldn't pay a part of their interest and they're in a huge debt by taking so much money in. And I'm starting to think, well, okay, if they haven't constructed any buildings, because once you have buildings made, you got to sell, you know, like floors or offices or apartments, and then you can use that money to pay interest off. If they haven't done that yet, then it's basically a huge Ponzi scheme.
You want to know what's worse too is like they're one of the biggest developers of like residential real estate as well. And the way it works is like when they are potentially making like a residential apartment building for like thousands of citizens to live in, the citizens pay first.
Yeah.
Before, like when the project's coming out, they pay the full amount first before it's even fully built and anything like that. So that's why there was such a huge, that's why there was so much anger towards it, because you had millions of people, potentially just regular citizens in China, who've already paid for a potential home that they will not be receiving. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Like pre-constructions.
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, pretty much.
But I believe they also have a law that you can only buy one speculative house, so people actually get divorced, so the husband and wife can each buy one. That the property values have been going up so fast. Is that correct?
Yeah, they want to get as many people. It's like what Roger said. They want to get as many people's money as they can, as fast as possible. But this has become like just one big deep hole of debt now, because it's not just that Evergrande has debt. It's that people who have also lent, institutions who have also lent to Evergrande are also in debt and need to be paid back by Evergrande to pay back their debts too. So it's like a big spider web of this guy owes this guy who owes that guy who owes, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's like what Roger said. It's like literally like a big one huge Ponzi scheme.
What do you think is going to cause it's the U.S. housing market on steroids. What,
pretty much
12 years ago.
Yeah, basically, yes. That's a great example to give.
Hey, Jeff, what do you think is going to cause the next crisis, next correction in the stock markets?
Oh, so we already had one. Obviously, you know that we already had the pandemic. I think the next one is going to be a technological crisis, like a internet related crisis, because that like people would commit. There'd be more suicides and deaths from an internet crisis than the pandemic, in my opinion. If people are no longer have access to all their conveniences, applications, technology, and everything they use on a day-to-day basis. But I don't like I see that down the line, but that's just my little conspiracy and prediction, you know.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's going to be the next one. We've had a financial crisis. Obviously we've had first like Great Depression, all that. We had a financial crisis. We had something a little bit similar, but it wasn't that big during the year 2000. It was supposed to be like, you know, Y2K. It was supposed to be a bit of a technological crisis, but that wasn't really anything serious. And then we had the pandemic, which was a biological crisis. I think the next one is going to be based on like internet connectivity. Like
you skipped over from Y2K to the housing crisis.
Yeah, I already talked about like the 2008 financial crisis.
Yeah, that makes sense, because if they want to put all the currencies digital, that means we can only access them through the internet. You know, your social media goes down. You can't order groceries anymore. I mean, I don't know.
And just like imagine all these various applications like people use to get from A to B. They use Uber, they use Lyft. To order food, they use all these services. To do their banking, they go through their banking application. You know what I mean? Everything people are so closely tied to technology nowadays that if you impact that or take that away, it can impact jobs, it can impact retail consumption, everything. You know what I mean? It'd be a big crisis. Yeah, that's just my prediction. Who knows if that'll ever happen or when it'll happen.
No food or water crisis. We've already gone past that.
Hello?
Hello?
Is this my yoga Zoom?
What the fuck is this?
Oh.
Hello? Is this Charlotte?
What?
Yes, do the mountain pose. Do the mountain pose and the cat yogi pose right now.
Is this my yoga Zoom? I joined the yoga Zoom. I baby.
Welcome This is the yoga Zoom.
We're gonna believe you. You show yourself.
I paid $15 a month for this yoga Zoom. Where is Charlotte? Please.
Damn, that's expensive just for yoga? Wow.
Are you Charlotte? Who's this man with the camera on? Can you do some yoga for me, please?
Removed. There we go.
Hey, mute that guy.
The heck is going on today, man?
We should do some yoga too, I guess.
Yeah, actually, yoga really works. Like, I've been doing yoga for the past 4 months. It's actually very, very good. It's my side hustle, yes. After live YouTube, we do the yoga stream. So I guess that guy was early today. Turn off charts, everybody do. All right, we got one.
Otherwise, a Charlotte, I guess.
Yeah. Charlotte is my alias. I become Charlotte after that. I got a blonde wig right over there. Right there.
Sounded like a guy to you?
Probably like a teenager.
Like a them or they?
Teenager going through puberty, I would say. You know, when the voice starts to change a little bit. That's what it sounded like.
Like a they.
Question G, what he says about BTC now since it broke the high and new. Oh, really?
Yeah, I really wanted Bitcoin. I really wanted Bitcoin to come down to give me better prices and do a correction, but now it's just breaking the high. It looks like it's probably gonna go to like 70, 80K.
Oh wow!
We called that correction from 60K, and then the other one from 50K, but then it didn't come all the way down to the better buy areas. I wanted at like 30 again, but it's been ripping it now ever since the Bitcoin ETF got announced.
Yeah, on the NYC. XRP. I have a bunch of XRP right now.
No, nothing's ever too big to crash. It's just Bitcoin is still very young, and like it's still pooling in a lot of mainstream money with the Bitcoin ETF and all these other investment options. Everything has its market cycles eventually. Wow. If gold enters bear markets, if oil can crash, if a global fundamental pillar like oil can crash and go to negative $40 a barrel, then trust me, if they want to bring down Bitcoin price, they can do that.
I know. That was last year. Now to this year, it's fucking $83.
Yeah, it's probably going to like $100 too. You know what the most messed up part was? When oil was negative, gas prices barely went down for us. Gas is like the same price still. Now gas is even more expensive because oil price going up. But still.
Let's check this out over here. Hey, what's the gas price there in Oakville?
It's like $1.80 for like the premium.
Wow.
Yeah, last night I filled up at $1.50 regular, bro.
Yeah.
Wow. When I left
that's just for
Canada, it was like 120 something when I left Canada.
A gallon?
No, liters. Come on, man. We live in the normal world. We live in a normal world. Only Americans use gallons.
I was gonna say, man, we're paying like $5 a gallon here in California.
I was gonna say like $4 over here.
Yeah, wow, it's still pretty expensive there for you guys. All right. Gas over here is 138. Ooh, 79 cents per liter. That's not too bad. What's this in Canadian? 138. Oh, we're paying 98 cents per liter. Still pretty good. Pretty good than the rest of the world. And people still complain here in Pakistan. Oh, gas is expensive. I'm like, look at what's happening all over the world. Everything is getting expensive. Groceries, produce, your electronics are getting expensive, gas. Man. I think what we're going to move on towards as we move closer to 2030 is going to be like they'll just slowly start increasing the price of gas so much that they'll start, you know, pushing electric vehicles. And the gas would be so expensive, you wouldn't be driving gas cars anymore because, like, yeah, well, just save on money where you spend in gas.
Yeah, Roger, you know what's crazy too is that they're saying that Justin Trudeau increased the carbon tax, you know, since the election, and that's been causing a spike recently in the gas prices.
Carbon tax.
Oil's just been bullish because it's a part of the Federal Reserve's asset purchase program and because the demand in oil has picked up again. So for those of you who don't understand, supply and demand impacts everything, whether it's a business, a service, a currency, a commodity, it doesn't matter, right? One of the reasons that oil went negative at the start of the pandemic was because the demand was exponentially low. You had millions and millions of cars off the road. You had all these various industries that consume oil on a day-to-day basis shut down, but you still had a massive oversupply and over storage. So one of the main reasons it went negative is because nobody was looking to pick up the next futures contract because they had nowhere to store oil, and they didn't want to store the oil because there was nobody to consume the oil, right? So during that period where the globe was in lockdowns and majority of countries were in lockdowns and oil supply was very high, but demand and consumption was low, the price exponentially drops, right? It's just like that's just basic economics that'll impact anything. You have very high supply and very low demand of something. But then as countries came out of lockdown, and especially major economic producers like India and, for example, China being the main one, oil consumption went back through the roof. You had millions of cars come back to the road. You had people going
back to work and so forth in these various factories and industries. So oil consumption started to go back up to healthier levels, and demand became more regulated, and price has continued up since. At the same time, it was a part of the Federal Reserve's asset purchase program. When the economy was crashing, the Federal Reserve, the central bank for the US, increased the money supply, and they take this money supply and they buy various assets. They support the stock market, they support the real estate market, they support US oil and so forth, because these are fundamental pillars to the economy. You can't let the US real estate market have another true crash, or you can't let oil stay at a low price per barrel for an extended period of time. If oil stayed below $20 a barrel for an extended period of time, you'd have all the oil companies in the US go bankrupt. You know what I mean? Because they wouldn't even be making one single dollar of profit on every barrel of oil produced. Roughly in the UK, Canada, and in the US, it roughly costs about $20 to produce a barrel of oil, right? So if your price per barrel is below that for an extended period of time, you're losing money on every single barrel of oil produced. So that's why as soon as oil started crashing and going negative, OPEC, it was a big issue, right? OPEC started coming to the scene. And then you had like Trump, at the time it was Trump talking about what we need to do to change this and so forth. And they really were doing whatever they can to make sure that oil doesn't stay at those low prices. And it was very short-lived how it stayed at those low prices, because it have a huge ripple effect on the overall economy. You know what I mean? But yeah, now ever since, like, even though we have all these headlines regarding Corona and all this stuff, overall countries have come out of lockdown. Their oil consumption and economic activity has been going back up. So oil demand is very high right now, and supply is becoming more regulated compared to when it crashed in price. And it looks like it's going to keep chugging away till like $100 a barrel. But yeah. This guy's speaking an essay. All right, yo, I'll be quiet.
Speaking facts, fuck. For GJ, I was gonna ask, is it possible that it could retrace back up from 157, 140?
Yeah, I think if it's going to continue. Dropping? Yeah, I think if it's breaking, it's going to continue pushing bearish, because this 30-minute right now, it just clearly looks like it's doing a fake out back below 157.500, with the next news candle to potentially continue pushing bearish.
Yeah, that would make sense. If this data in 2 more minutes is very bad, then it's going to bring some Japanese yen strength, and then you'll get your safe sells. I'm having, Wicks don't lie, capital hungry. I'm having problems with emotions when I trade. I'm really in a panic. What do you suggest for me, seriously? Most likely, any behavioral habits and traits you have outside of trading are going to be exponentially increased when you start to trade and you have money involved and that risk in the markets involved. What I mean by that is, if you're somebody who gets very easily agitated in day-to-day activities, like maybe being stuck in traffic or waiting in line for something, or you know what I mean, something not going the way you expect, there's a high probability that it's going to be 10 times worse when you're trading. You know what I mean? So number one, for anybody with emotional issues, if you're very impatient, if you're very impulsive, if you have a very addictive personality outside of trading, I would work on fixing those bad habits in terms of behavior outside of trading first. Once you do that, if you come back into trading and you still notice that you're very scared or fearful and have a lot of emotions in play, most likely you're over leveraging in terms of the lots you're losing, the lots you're using in relation to your account size. That's why you're feeling like your heart is racing and all this stuff, because you have so much risk involved, you have so much attachment involved, right?
All right, goes below this level over here. Let's take a look at this. Oh, we got the war music on now. All right. Oh, good news. Okay. You know what? I honestly think that these sells on pound yen should continue down, and this daily should continue down till 157 even. It's like what, 40 pips over here? Just by looking at the way it's forming at this point. But yeah, we'll see. Let's take a look at this chart. Very nice sells over here. What do you think was too risky? I think it was perfect. Just put your stops at break even and let the rest run. Hopefully we can continue down till 157.
Anyways, Raja, I appreciate you guys having me on. I have to go run a couple of chores and errands here, like go to the doctor's office and stuff. So I appreciate you guys having me on, letting me talk a little bit. But I'm just going to be saying goodbye now. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Raja. Great stream. Great gold sales you called earlier as well.
Yeah, not a problem. I'm going to head off here too, guys.
You guys are going to use Dominion Markets. Use my referral link.
All right. Take care, everybody.
See you guys later. Take care.
Yeah. All right. See you, everybody. Take care.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Adios.
Take care.
Amigos.
Yeah.
Thank you, Raja. Adios.
Adios.
That's